In-your-face Republicans are looking very, very good right now. Sometimes Republicans, they want to play it safe. Think about Mitt Romney 2012. I'm not going to talk about any issues that people actually care about. I'm just going to talk about how the economy's bad. So, that's kind of everyone knows the economy's bad and they don't like that. And I'm going to talk about maybe we're going to cut taxes a little bit, but I'm not going to talk about any of the issues that are really driving people. The cultural issues, the social issues, the issues that tug on the heartstrings a lot more than the marginal corporate tax rate. Part of the reason Romney couldn't do that, by the way, is because he invented Obamacare, but that was one of the weaknesses of that nomination. He is the kind of nice, polite Republican who just doesn't want to rock the boat. He just wants to kind of sneak into office. And that almost always fails. Then you've got the in-your-face Republicans. You've got the people like Donald Trump, who say, this country's going to hell in a handbasket. You weirdos are doing all kinds of crazy stuff, and we hate it, and we're going to stop you from doing it. Stop protesting the American flag. Stop transing the kids. Stop pushing your weird stuff on the country. Build a giant wall. Stop flooding the country with foreigners because you think it's going to give you an electoral advantage. Just cut it out. You people are jerks for doing that. We're not going to let you do it anymore. So that's Donald Trump. Which strategy has been successful? Especially in recent years. Obviously, it's the more aggressive strategy because Republicans and Americans more broadly have had enough. We know that the libs have gone too far. When we talk about the 2024 Republican nomination, a lot of people right now think the divide is between Donald Trump and Ron DeSantis, with some other people suggesting maybe Senator Cruz or Nikki Haley or Mike Pompeo or Mike Pence, some people have suggested, or whatever. There are some other people too. And already people have taken really firm sides here, and they're extremely harsh partisans for one of those candidates over the others. But the fact remains, there's a statistical fact here. Donald Trump is way at the top of the heap. He's up something like 40 points. Why is he up so high? A lot of conservatives will say, why is Trump doing better than DeSantis? Trump foisted the vaccine on us, and Ron DeSantis stood up against promoting the vaccine too much. Trump didn't reopen the country by Easter, and he gave Dr. Fauci a lot of power. Ron DeSantis stood up against the COVID stuff. I mean, there's no question COVID is DeSantis's great strength and Trump's biggest weakness here. There's no question about that. And then they look on all the other issues. They say, maybe here DeSantis is a little more conservative. Well, maybe here Trump is a little bit more effective and conservative. Boom, boom, boom. They go back and forth and back and forth. Well, look, and here's one of the greatest arguments in favor of Trump. Trump got Roe v. Wade overruled. Oh my gosh, it's the most important political achievement of my lifetime, of multiple generations probably. Wow, that's pretty amazing. Okay, so they're going back and forth on the horse race. Everyone is ignoring probably the most pertinent fact for the 2024 presidential race. And it was demonstrated in a clip that was going viral around the internet yesterday. It was a clip from one of Trump's old speeches mashed up with a little bit of music. Just take a listen.
They want to ban straws. Has anybody ever tried those paper straws? They're not working good, right? They want to ban straws. I said, well, I've had a couple of meals at McDonald's, etc. over the years. Wendy's, friend of mine owns Wendy's. I'll give it a plug, right? Burger King. So they want to ban straws. I said, oh, really? What about the carton? What about the plate? What about the knives and the spoons and the plastic? Oh, they're okay. But the straws are going to ban. Has anybody ever tried? Seriously, the new sort's made out of paper, right? It disintegrates as you're drinking. If you have a nice tie like this tie, this would have no chance.
You all hear about this? What's the deal with these paper straws? This is Trump's secret weapon. And I think it very well could be decisive in 2024. It certainly was decisive in 2016. Trump is so freaking entertaining. He's so funny. The man is captivating. He has star quality. Okay? And I'm not saying that's a good thing, and I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just telling you what it is. He has that. And it's why in 2016, Donald Trump blew everybody else off the stage. Donald Trump did not have the most conservative record in 2016. Far from it. Didn't matter. He ended up being the most conservative president of my lifetime, in a very, very long time. But not in 2016. He's just a magnet for attention. He just commands your attention. Can Ron DeSantis do that? I don't know. Maybe he can. He hasn't tried at the national level yet. So maybe he can, maybe he can't. That remains a big question mark. Can the other candidates? I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. But what I know is Donald Trump is a network TV star, and he's so freaking funny that he could do a stand-up routine pretty much any night of the week. He could probably go for 2 hours. South Park made the same observation about him in 2016. When South Park was making jokes about Donald Trump, they always positioned him as a kind of stand-up comedian. When they would depict him giving a political speech, they'd have the spotlight come on him, they'd have a stool, he'd light up a cigarette, he said, "You guys hear about this? You guys hear about this thing? What's the deal with my wife?" or whatever. So that's really important because people who are listening to this show are probably very high information voters. You consume a lot of political media. You know where the candidates stand on the issues. You're focused. You're hyper vigilant on all of the different domestic and foreign matters. Most voters are not like that. Most voters are not like that. I'm not even trying to disparage most voters. Most voters just have other things to do. And they're just not focused, and it doesn't interest them that much. And so they're paying a relatively low amount of attention to the political scene. And that guy is going to command your attention. More so, I think, than most other candidates. If a candidate wants to beat Trump in a primary, you've got to figure out a way to get over that. Some of the candidates tried to do that in 2016. It didn't work. Marco Rubio, you remember, he tried to do his Don Rickles routine for a while. He said, "Damn, Trump is so funny. How come he, okay." And Rubio did that whole routine about how Trump has small hands and that implied that he had tiny genitals. And it completely backfired. I mean, the guy just stepped on a rake and Trump squashed him with it. Because you can't really fake it. You've got that star quality or you don't. You've honed that skill or you haven't. People have to take on that particular strength if they want to beat Trump in 2024. And Trump's going to be even funnier in 2024 because the libs are providing so much material. There's a third grade teacher just went viral on TikTok as a queer third grade teacher who's got crazy colored hair and is going off about her sexual desires on TikTok. But she says, look, she doesn't make a big deal out of it.
I am an openly queer teacher. Now, I don't stand in front of my elementary students and be like, "I like women, but I wear a bi flag watch band, bi flag bracelets. In my classroom, I keep a rainbow flag. It's got Mickey Mouse on it because I love Mickey, but it's got a rainbow. My kids know what it means." This is me telling them I am a safe place to talk without making a big deal out of being queer. Side note, I shaved the side of my head. Love it! Okay, going back to the main topic. Anyway, so because I am openly queer, my students trust me, especially my queer students. I teach 5th grade this next school year. I've been teaching 4th grade for the last 4 years. Anyway, right now I'm teaching summer school and I have 3rd graders. Like I said, I wear these bracelets to let them know I'm a safe space. 2 3rd grade students came to me and asked me to use they, them pronouns.
Isn't that great? I transed a couple of my 3rd grade students, but because I don't make a big deal out of it. I don't broadcast that I'm queer. You know, I mean, I wear multiple bracelets that are basically billboards that say I'm queer. And I dye my hair like the queer thing. And I got that haircut that all the queer people got in 2013 or 2014. And whenever students come up to me and mention anything about sex, I love to talk to them about it. And I really indulge those conversations. But I don't make a big deal out of it, right? If that's not a big deal, what would making a big deal of it be? Would she jump out of a cake every morning and do a little striptease in her 3rd grade classroom? I don't know how you could make a bigger deal. Yeah, I've got the flag up in my classroom, and you know, I give all of my students a dose of Lupron before we start. That's for snack time. I give them some cross-sex hormones, but I don't really make a big deal out of it, right? These people are beyond parody. And it's not just the conservatives who oppose that, it's the majority of Americans, and Republicans, especially the funny ones, are going to have a field day with that in 2022 and 2024. I'm glad you liked that clip. Now, I am very close to 1 million subscribers. I really want to hit 1 million subscribers. That's when they're going to send me my big gold play button, and I'm going to feel like a really, really cool guy until they just nuke my channel. There's no way they're going to let me get above 1 million subscribers, right? There's no chance that the powers that be, well, who cares? I don't mind. I want to accelerate all the way there, baby, if you don't mind. subscribe, ring the bell, get the notifications. We'll see you next time.